Dear friends, good evening. Today I would like to do one important video, Saturn in 7th house. So, what kind of results a person can see if Saturn is positioned in 7th house from ascendant in one's natal chart. So, before we jump into results, we need to understand what is Saturn and what is the 7th house a little bit. So 7th house deals with one's public life. 7th house is spouse, marriage, business partners, contracts, and this is one of the Kamasthanas and is also Kendrasthana. And 7th house also deals with travel, a direction which is west from where you are living. And Saturn is a planet of discipline, structure, restriction, misery, fear, pessimism, devotion, commitment, practical nature, maturity, old age people. And Saturn attains Digbala in 7th house. He is very strong in 7th house. That's why if you see from Aries, from the Kalapurusha, Saturn gets exalted in Libra, which is 7th house. So why Saturn exalts in 7th house? Because for any 7th house deals with relationships. For any relationship to sustain, whether this relationship is successful or not, the prime factor is the commitment of the people involved in the relationship. So because Saturn is commitment, Saturn is practical thinking. Saturn is a planet that helps you understand the ground reality of relationship and all the affairs. So that's why Saturn usually does very well in 7th house. So there is an exception. So for all ascendants, Saturn 7th house will not produce same results. It varies from ascendant to ascendant. It also depends on whether Saturn is enemy or friend to 7th house lord or ascendant. That also modify the results. Now Saturn, when you bring this Saturn into 7th house, Saturn brings some kind of discipline, structure in individual's life. So the person's spouse, partner is more mature and more practical than this person. And sometimes it may happen that people who have Saturn in 7th house, they may find their spouse or partner very tough. And sometimes they feel being discriminated. And also, Saturn in 7th house, if the Saturn is not in good dignity, either Saturn is debilitated or Saturn is in combust, that makes the person's spouse a pessimistic person, a sadist, which can bring many issues in the relationships. If Saturn is a benefic for the ascendant, Saturn is in good dignity, in Navamsha also, then the 7th house Saturn, either in own house or in friendly house or an exalted house, produces one of the Pancha Mahapurusha Yogas, which is called Sesi Mahapurusha Yoga. This Sesi Mahapurusha Yoga blesses native with fortune, wealth, name, fame, many subordinates, devoted, committed to relationships, partnerships, good business partner, very skilled in business. So all auspicious results are experienced by the native if this yoga is formed. So on the other side, if Saturn is debilitated, or Saturn is not a benefic, is a malefic planet, or Saturn is in combust in 7th house, or Saturn is in retro, could bring relationship problems, divorce, separation, loss in business, dispute with father, mother, lot of negativity, because 7th house is a reflection of 1st house. Any planet sitting in 7th house, it aspects 1st house. So Saturn is also a planet of delay. So usually even a bad Saturn in 7th house, it's not that easy to bring turmoil in the relationship. So I can say, it's not easy to basically take divorce or separate from the spouse when Saturn is in 7th house, because Saturn is a planet of maturity and delay. So during the process, the relationship may revive also. So it's a kind of blessing for some people. But if at all they want to separate, they want to take divorce, go for divorce, then it's also not easy for them. They have to go through a lot of issues. Living together is easier than parting away, separating when Saturn is in 7th house. But the exception cases are when Saturn is in retro, Saturn is in combust, Saturn is debilitated, then it's a kind of the person often will have breakups in the relationship and go for separation, divorce. So this is all experienced. But it is good to have Saturn in 7th house for many reasons, because the person's spouse or business partner can bring a lot of change, transformation, discipline, structure in native's life. If the native is easygoing kind of person, a person who is used to partying and enjoying life, for him it's a difficult position, Saturn in 7th house, because these people, they feel being controlled by their partners. For people who have certain maturity, can understand things, then they understand the kind of energy their partner is bringing in, and their relationship will further improve and they become ideal couple. So it's a kind of two sides of coin. We can't just conclude saying that Saturn in 7th house can trigger divorce, separation, or Saturn in 7th house success in long-term relationship. So we need to see many aspects where Saturn is positioned, what is the dignity of Saturn in Navamsha, what are the planets aspect in Navamsha, what is the relationship the Saturn shares with the house lord, whether he is friend or enemy to the house lord, what is that Saturn is for ascendant, whether he is enemy to ascendant or friend to ascendant. So especially for certain ascendants where Saturn is malefic, let's say for Mars ascendants, for Sun's ascendants, yes, Saturn 7th house is a pretty difficult position. But also always remember, Saturn is a planet that always brings results based on the karma, the deeds that we do. So if our deeds are good, Saturn blesses. If the deeds are not good, Saturn curses. The curse can come in the form of spouse, partner, children, for in someone's case father, in someone's case it's a guru, or in someone's case a boss. But it's all, you are paying back what you did in past. That you have to understand. So friends, this is my analysis about Saturn in 7th house. If you like the video, please click on the like button and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.